Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Luke.
and we're Android guys,
Give us 5 to 10 minutes of your day
and we'll tell you about a product or service.
or an app that you might be interested in. We talked about a charger. I'm going to talk about a pair of earbuds.
Okay.
Again, we have covered earbuds aplenty
Yes.
in the tenure of Android guys.
We've seen a few.
These ones actually are cool. I like them a lot. These are the TOZO Golden X1
Okay.
or X1 Golden. These are they're earbud style. They're very small. They have a little tiny kind of stem, but nothing that is reminiscent of like a long stem earbud that like a AirPod or something like that.
It looks like it's halfway between just like that bean and something with a stem.
Yeah,
Like just enough to grab.
exactly. That's
Okay.
exactly it. And that's what I love. It's so to get them seated properly, you kind of put it in your ear and then just do a little kind of a twist,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives really good isolation that way. And with that little stem on there, it makes it really easy to do that.
Okay.
So these have all of the bells and whistles that you would expect from a modern earbud. They have Bluetooth 5.3. They have active noise canceling. They have a chargeable case. They have two different drivers, a 12 millimeter driver and then a custom audio driver.
Oh, nice.
They are they have LDAC support, which is the LDAC codec is a newer codec. It's like very high resolution audio.
Yep.
Up to 990 kilobits a second.
So you're saying some things that, for me, I know what that means.
So it sounds
They
super
sound great.
good.
Okay, so yeah, between that and the custom driver.
And the custom driver, and then the active noise canceling is very good. So the clarity on these is very good.
Nice.
Like they sound great. Paired with an app experience that they have. So they will give you a custom sound EQ. You do basically what amounts to a hearing test.
Okay.
And so they play all of these different frequencies, high frequencies, low frequencies, and you kind of respond as you hear different frequencies, and they give you your kind of sound profile, your ear print.
So it'll compensate for things you're not picking up.
Yes.
Okay.
And so when you activate that, so you don't have to always use that EQ setting. It's not like you set it once and that's what you're locked into. You can customize the EQ to what you feel like you want.
Mm-hmm.
But what that sound test does is basically gives them a baseline of this is what we will compensate for. So the music sounds like it's supposed to sound straight. And then you can change and add more bass or lower the treble or add more mids, whatever you want to do to your own liking. But it gives you a good baseline to kind of help compensate for the things in your hearing that maybe are not optimal.
Right. Well, and that's something that you don't always see in earbuds.
Right.
So that's one of those things where it's like you're paying a little bit, maybe more for that.
Sure.
And I'm glad to do that.
Yeah.
In some cases. And I also appreciate, as I've gotten older, that my left and my right ear don't necessarily pick up things the same way.
Right.
And that's also nice when they're able to kind of help me with that. And if I'm able to do something that picks up and compensates for the little things that I might not be picking up,
right,
ideally, I'm getting a better audio experience
for sure
from that and hearing things that, might otherwise be lost on me.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I was really impressed. They have, the case is a charging case. So you get about 8 hours of playtime. And now that is with the active noise canceling or the LDAC codec support off.
Okay.
So you're because using both of those processes is going to just take more power.
Sure.
So you get about 8 hours if that's off. If it's on, I got about 3.5, 4 hours with them before they kind of were, saying, "Hey, need to charge."
Okay.
I didn't run them to completely dead, but it was it was about 3.5 hours. The case does have a little digital readout to let you know what the charge level is on each earbud. It kind of gives you like 4 marks, so you can kind of know quarter, half, 3/4.
Okay.
But then the case will have a digital readout that says 87% or whatever.
Which is nice because in the kitchen, I'm washing dishes. I'm usually just one earbud.
Yeah.
Catching up on a book or a podcast.
Yep.
And if I'm, I tend to favor one earbud over the other.
Yes.
Then when it comes to listening, extended with
Right.
both of them, one earbud may not last as long.
Right.
And I don't know exactly what it's at.
Right.
So that's a nice touch.
Yeah. And then, I mean, that's really kind of it as far as like the features and the specs. They for me, they check all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They have different ear cups, so you can customize, for the size to fit perfect in your ear. Touch controls, so you can, forward, change the next track, pause, play. You can change the noise cancellation settings. So there are 6 different noise cancellation settings. You can do those in the app, or you can do them in the touch controls. There's like a transparency setting where you can kind of hear hear more of what's around you all the way up to, almost full isolation. But so all of these things, they sound great.
Mm-hmm.
That all comes with a price.
Sure.
$150.
That's not that bad of a price.
For what it does, not at all. I would have no problem recommending these to anyone who wants a nice quality earbud with all of the features and bells and whistles of the newer, higher end, good technology at a price that's not going to be as much as other brands in the same space.
Okay.
So $150 is a lot for earbuds.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.